I'm Rachel. I was born in America.
I'm Cade. I was born in Jamaica.
I'm Sophie, and I'm born in Brazil. I'm Jessica, and I'm born in Brazil.
In America, I'm considered white.
In America, I'm considered black.
In America, I'm considered mixed. America, I'm mixed up.
So my dad, his last name was Winsler. And Winsler is Swiss German. My mom's last name was McCombs. And McCombs is Scotch German. And I was born in America. So I'm definitely American, but I also lived for many, many years, 17 years, in Brazil. So I picked up a lot of things there too.
My mom's last name is Manning, which has English roots. My family on my mom's side are also Maroon tribe, which is slaves who escaped to the mountains. I'm also Irish. On my dad's side, my last name is Ferguson. We think that this had to be with being a slave. And I was born in Jamaica. My family grew up in Jamaica, and I grew up in Jamaica for a little bit. But I live in America, so I'm American too. But I spent a while in Brazil, about 6 years.
I am American. I am Brazilian. And I'm Jamaican.
So when we moved back from Brazil to America in 2020, we had a lot of culture shock and a lot of changes for our family in how people looked at us and how we looked at ourselves and the labels that we gave ourselves, the labels that other people gave us. And this book was just a lot of our conversations of like, hey, this is why maybe somebody might think this about you, or maybe about this just from looking at you. And you know, a lot of those reasons, there's some really, really sad history behind it. And a lot of those things, it's just stereotypes that we need to break. So I hope this book helps you have conversations with your kids about your culture, about your history, about your ethnicity, and about race. There's a lot of serious discussions that need to be happening. As you can see, our stories can be really complex. There can be a lot of history, even within our own selves, if we move to locations, and how we connect with other people. It's just really confusing. But the really awesome part of this, and the second part of this book, is talking about the bigger story that God invites us into. As a Christian, we believe that there is a bigger story told in the Bible and how God made us all as His people, each one on purpose, with all the complex stories and colors and personalities to be a different reflection of Him to the world. A million different pieces reflecting a different picture of our complex and beautiful God. But we broke this beautiful collage. We wanted to do it our way. Sin happened and divided us all into broken reflections, and we can see this in every story. We all went from being in the with God box to the without God box. And history is a story of God calling us back and making a way back, because we couldn't do it. He makes a way back to the with God box. We call this salvation. And He fixes the broken reflection of Him in us as we let Him, as we trust Him and grow to be more like Him. And we call this sanctification. He restores my soul. And then He tells us to go and do likewise. to fix the broken relationships we have with others, to tell them, show them what God has done and can do for them too. And then live the hard, good life of redemption, of forgiveness, and of healing. I cannot wait to see what God does in your life through your history, through the story you're writing now, through the bigger story that you live with God in the future. And I'm just so glad we get to have all these awesome conversations.